Ever feel like life is just one endless struggle to control everything? Your goals, your timing, how people react. You plan, push, hustle non-stop, hoping it'll all finally click. But instead, you're left burnt out and wondering why it's not working. What if the answer isn't to try harder, but to let go? What if real success, true peace, and the life you're craving come not from force, but from flow? In today's video, we're unlocking the powerful truth behind surrender. Why releasing control might be the missing link between you and everything you've been manifesting. If you're ready to shift your energy and start attracting more with less effort, stay tuned. This could change everything. 1. The power of silence. In a world addicted to noise, scrolling feeds, non-stop notifications, endless opinions, it's easy to forget the power of stillness. But what if the greatest breakthroughs in life don't come from speaking louder, working harder, or thinking more, but from simply being quiet? According to ancient Buddhist teachings, silence isn't just the absence of sound. It's the space where true awareness awakens. When your mind stops racing, your heart starts listening. In that inner stillness, we reconnect with wisdom that's already within us. Think of your mind like a lake. When agitated, it's cloudy and chaotic. But when still, it reflects everything with perfect clarity. That's the power of silence. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. In a world where everyone's fighting to be heard, your calm presence becomes magnetic. It shows confidence, peace, and deep self-awareness. You're no longer reacting, you're choosing. Buddhist monks often spend years in silence to train their minds to hear what most of us miss: the gentle guidance of the universe, the truth behind our emotions, the next right step. And you don't need to escape to a mountaintop to experience this. Just a few intentional moments of quiet every day can shift your entire life. The universe doesn't shout, it whispers. If your life feels chaotic or misaligned, maybe it's time to stop chasing, stop talking, and just listen. Because silence, true conscious silence, can lead you to answers that noise never could. 2. Your energy creates your reality. Why the universe doesn't respond to begging. What if everything you desire isn't about how hard you try, but how deeply you trust? In Buddhist philosophy, we're taught that life reflects not our words, but our energy. The universe is a mirror, constantly responding to your internal state, not your pleas, not your urgency, but your vibration, the frequency of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. When you radiate peace, gratitude, and trust, you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. You're no longer chasing outcomes, you're attracting them. Your energy becomes magnetic, and life begins to unfold in unexpected and beautiful ways. But when you're consumed by desperation, obsessing, worrying, trying to force results, you emit an energy of lack. And that's exactly what the universe reflects back. You may be asking, manifesting, even praying, but if it's from a place of fear, the answer is more resistance, not resolution. Buddhist wisdom teaches us to surrender, not as weakness, but as power. Let go of the need to control everything. Stop gripping so tightly. When you release the struggle and move with presence, your energy shifts from scarcity to abundance. And it's in that shift where real transformation begins. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you want peace, embody peace. If you seek love, become love. The universe listens to your vibration, not your volume. Let your energy speak for you. When you trust the process, you'll stop chasing and start receiving. 3. Let go to attract more. The Buddhist secret to unlocking flow. One of the most profound teachings in Buddhism is this: the more you try to control life, the more you disconnect from its natural flow. In our modern world, we're taught to hustle, plan, predict, and manage every detail. We believe that by doing so, we can force life to go exactly how we want it. But here's the truth: control creates resistance, and resistance blocks blessings. Think of your mind like a tightly closed fist. When you grip too hard, whether it's a goal, a relationship, or an outcome, you not only create tension, but you lose touch with the energy of flow. The tighter you hold, the more life slips through your fingers. According to Buddhist wisdom, true power comes not from control, but from surrender. This doesn't mean giving up. Surrender is an active state of trust. It's about doing your part, then letting go of the need to force results. You allow space for the universe to move. When we try to control everything, our future, how people treat us, how fast success arrives, we invite anxiety, stress, and disconnection. But when we shift our focus inward and align with peace, presence, and trust, we allow the energy of the universe to work with us, not against us. Think of a river. When you fight the current, you exhaust yourself. But when you learn to float and trust the direction of the water, you travel farther, faster, and with ease. That's the essence of letting go to receive. Even controlling your emotions too rigidly, trying to suppress anger or force happiness, creates inner conflict. Buddhist mindfulness teaches us to witness our emotions without attachment, to let them rise, pass, and teach. Letting go of control doesn't mean abandoning your dreams. It means showing up with inspired action while releasing the stress of how and when it will happen. You trust in divine timing. You believe that what's meant for you will arrive, not through force, but through flow. The universe doesn't reward tension. It responds to alignment. And alignment happens when you release control and surrender to the present moment. That's where clarity lives. That's where peace begins. And that's where everything you're trying to manifest can finally find you. 4. You receive what you believe, the power of self-worth. What if the life you're living, your relationships, finances, and emotional state is simply a reflection of what you believe you're worthy of? It may sound surprising, but both ancient Buddhist teachings and modern manifestation practices agree. Your beliefs shape your reality. Buddhism teaches that the mind is the source of all creation. What you think, you become. More importantly, what you believe about yourself determines what you attract. This aligns with the law of attraction, which says like energy attracts like energy, not based on what you want, but on what you believe you deserve. If you believe you're worthy of love, peace, and abundance, your energy reflects that belief, and the universe responds with matching experiences. But if your inner dialogue is filled with fear, shame, or self-doubt, that becomes your energetic signal, and the universe reflects it back, not as punishment, but as a mirror. Mindfulness in Buddhism teaches us to notice our deep, often hidden thought patterns, many rooted in childhood or trauma, that shape how we see ourselves and what we accept into our lives. If you carry the belief, "I'm not good enough," you'll subconsciously block opportunities, no matter how close they are. But here's the good news: beliefs can change. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to your inner voice. Are you expecting disappointment or feeling guilty for wanting more? These thoughts silently shape your reality. Through meditation and reflection, you can begin to shift these patterns. You can rewire your mind to recognize your value and expect good things. When you truly feel worthy, when your energy aligns with abundance, the universe responds. Life flows more easily. You attract rather than chase. This isn't about entitlement. It's about energetic alignment. It's not, I deserve everything without effort, but I'm worthy of the rewards that follow inspired action. When your self-worth rises, so does the quality of your choices. You stop settling. You speak your truth. You take bolder steps. Buddhism doesn't promote self-denial. You're not more spiritual for accepting less. You were born worthy. The spiritual path is about remembering that. The universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to energy. So shift the signal. Embody worthiness. And when your belief aligns with that truth, your life will too. 5. Divine timing is always right. In today's fast-paced, hustle-driven world, we're constantly told that we must make things happen right now. Whether it's success, love, healing, or clarity, the message is clear. If it's not here yet, you're doing something wrong. But ancient Buddhist teachings offer a radically different truth, one that brings peace to the mind and power to the spirit. Everything unfolds at the perfect time. You see, the universe doesn't move according to your personal deadlines. It operates in divine timing, a sacred rhythm that's connected not to your impatience, but to your soul's growth and higher path. In Buddhism, this is aligned with the concept of dependent origination, the idea that everything arises when conditions are ripe, not before. When you try to rush the process, you end up swimming upstream. You feel resistance, anxiety, frustration. But when you begin to trust the timing of your life, something magical happens. You step into alignment. It's not about giving up or being lazy. It's about learning the art of surrender. You take inspired action, yes, but you release the constant pressure to control every outcome. You stop micromanaging your manifestations. You stop measuring your worth by how fast something shows up. Think of nature. A tree doesn't force itself to grow overnight. It trusts the seasons, the soil, the sunlight. The same is true for your dreams. They are growing roots, even when you can't see the results yet. Sometimes the wait is where the real transformation happens. In Buddhism, moments of silence and stillness are where the deepest wisdom and awakening occur. When you sit with patience, you allow space for insight, for divine intervention, and for unseen forces to align things in your favor. That delay? It's not denial, it's preparation. The universe is orchestrating a bigger picture, one that your mind can't fully comprehend right now. You may want something to happen today, but the universe may be aligning a better opportunity for next month. Or it may be protecting you from something you can't yet see. Every setback, every pause, every detour is part of a larger, divine design. The people you haven't met yet, the doors that haven't opened, trust that they're on their way, exactly when you're ready for them. Trusting timing is a spiritual practice. It's the discipline of choosing peace over panic. It's the confidence to say, I don't know how or when, but I know it's coming. In Buddhism, the practice of non-attachment teaches us to stop clinging to outcomes. When you detach from timelines, you make space for miracles. You shift your vibration from desperation to trust, and that shift alone can change everything. So today, stop asking, when will it happen? And start asking, how can I align with the present moment? Because in truth, divine timing is never late. It's always right on schedule. Your role is not to force, but to flow, not to chase, but to prepare, not to stress, but to trust. And when you do, that's when the universe moves mountains to meet you halfway. 6. Let go to receive more. In today's hustle-driven world, we're constantly told to grind harder, push through, and control every outcome to get what we want. But what if the real secret to receiving your desires is not in holding on, but in letting go? Buddhism teaches the powerful concept of non-attachment. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about releasing the need to control how and when things happen. It's trusting that something greater is unfolding, even if we can't see it yet. Attachment to outcomes, people, or timelines creates suffering. The more we cling, the more resistance we create, and that resistance blocks the flow of the universe. When we're fixated on a specific result, we close ourselves off from unexpected blessings and better paths. Letting go, on the other hand, creates space. It allows miracles to enter. Imagine life as a river. When you fight the current, forcing and controlling, you get exhausted. But when you surrender and trust the flow, you move with ease. You allow life to take you where you're meant to go. Surrender isn't passive, it's powerful. It says, I trust that what's meant for me will find me. I don't have to chase or force. I'm open and aligned. Buddhist practices like meditation and mindfulness are built on this principle. They're not about forcing answers, they're about quieting the mind so that truth can arise naturally. The energy of grasping says, it's not coming. The energy of surrender says, it's already on its way. Think about a time when you let go of something, whether it was a goal, relationship, or outcome. And once you released control, it either came effortlessly or something even better appeared. That's not luck, that's alignment. When you let go of fear and control, you shift into trust. That frequency is magnetic. It draws in exactly what you need: people, opportunities, and timing that match your true path. Letting go also means making peace with uncertainty. You don't need to have all the answers. As Buddhist wisdom teaches, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The present is where your power lives. So how do you let go? Stop asking, why isn't it here yet? And ask, what is this moment teaching me? Release rigid timelines. What's meant for you is never late. Practice stillness. Make space for clarity. Replace fear with faith. Choose trust over control. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means opening. It means saying, I'm ready for something even better. You're not being denied, you're being prepared. When you stop clinging to the past or forcing the future, life flows. Miracles happen, and often what you truly want is just on the other side of surrender. So today, breathe, release the grip, trust the process, because something greater is already on its way. 7. The power of inner peace. In a world that rewards constant hustle and non-stop effort, the idea that stillness could lead to success might seem counterintuitive. But what if peace is the very energy that draws in everything you're chasing? True manifestation doesn't begin with action, it begins with energy. Calm, grounded energy is one of the most powerful vibrations you can emit. We're taught that to get what we want, we need to work harder, do more, and stay busy. But ancient spiritual traditions, especially Buddhism, offer a different path, one rooted in inner calm. In Buddhism, calmness isn't passivity or weakness, it's clarity, strength, and alignment. Like a still lake reflecting the moon, calmness allows us to see and receive without distortion. When you cultivate inner calm, you send a powerful message to the universe. I trust. I'm ready. I'm aligned. You stop chasing and begin attracting. When you're stressed or anxious, your energy becomes scattered. You block the very things you're trying to manifest. But when you're relaxed, grounded, and present, your energy aligns with your desires. You become a match for what you're calling in. Calmness isn't about doing nothing. It's about intentional energy. It's not the absence of action. It's action taken from a centered, peaceful place. Spiritual tools like affirmations or vision boards are only effective when backed by the energy of trust. Without inner calm, they're just noise layered over fear and doubt. Calmness clears that noise. It creates space for clarity, solutions, and divine timing to unfold naturally. Look at nature. A flower doesn't rush to bloom. The ocean doesn't force its waves. Everything unfolds with purpose and flow. When you embody calm, you mirror that natural rhythm. Calm becomes the container that holds your desires. It tells the universe you're ready to receive, not because you forced things, but because you surrendered resistance. When you're calm, you make wiser decisions. You respond instead of react. You release the pressure of timing. You become a magnet for aligned opportunities. Desperation doesn't attract abundance. Panic doesn't open doors. But calmness, it radiates confidence and tells the universe, I'm steady, I'm ready, and I believe. That's why so many spiritual practices emphasize breath and presence. Even one mindful breath returns you to the moment, and the present is where all manifestation happens. This doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means pursuing them from a place of trust, not tension. Calm action, calm focus, calm belief. From this foundation, miracles happen. Unexpected blessings, perfect timing, and aligned outcomes that seem effortless. So ask yourself, what energy am I sending out? If it's fear, rush, or lack, you'll attract more of that. But if it's trust, calm, and clarity, your outer world will begin to match your inner peace. Calmness is not passive. It's deep alignment. It whispers, I already know it's on its way. And that's the secret many overlook. When you're at peace, you're already in harmony with your highest self. And that self is a magnet for your highest good. So breathe, slow down, ground yourself. Because when calm is your foundation, life flows around you with quiet magic. That's not luck. That's alignment. If this message helped shift your energy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss content on manifestation, Buddhist wisdom, and inner peace. Drop a comment below. What's one way you stay calm and aligned while manifesting your goals? Your story might inspire someone else. Share this video with anyone who's ready to stop chasing and start attracting. Remember, your calmness is magnetic. The universe responds to peaceful energy. Keep showing up, stay grounded, and trust the flow. More content on the law of attraction, spiritual mindset, and soulful success is on the way. See you in the next video.